Welcome back, Curlcraft fam. We're back with part 2. I don't know if you guys remember Lily from last week, but this is her sister, Miss Analina. And they, as you can see, completely different textures. She is a cheerleader, so she wears her hair up all of the time. And we did straighten her hair once or twice in the past, right? You don't really straighten a lot. But all it takes is one time to create some heat damage. So that's what you're seeing over here, lack of moisture. We already gave her a haircut and we're in the process of growing it out. So we just gave her a trim to reshape it. And today I'm gonna show you how to style different textures of hair. So as you can see, the front is straighter. Her curliest areas are the inner parts of her hair. Her hair was already pre-washed, but we're gonna go ahead and just rewash her to give us a fresh start. And I'm gonna be showing you how to style those curls so you can lock in that shine, lock in that hydration, lock in that moisture, and get great definition and get a more cohesive curl pattern throughout her whole entire head. Miss Analina was with me. She styled me last week, but she wasn't very happy because it was super curly, and we went from this to super curly hair, so it was a little bit of a shock for her. But today she gave me permission to do whatever I wanted, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do.
I trust you.
I thank you for trusting me. That means a lot.
And I really like my sister's hair, how it turned out.
Miss Lily, wanna come say hi again? Show everybody your hair again? Come stand right here and then show everybody your hair again. So this is her sister Lily from last week. As you can see, completely different curl patterns here. And I think this is gonna be a great learning experience for somebody that has a baby girl with more than one texture. We have answers, we have solutions. So we're gonna get right into it. We're just gonna go ahead and wash her hair with the same thing I used on Lily. Keep it simple, buy same shampoo and conditioner for both babies. So let's get right into it. Using the same thing as I did last week, the smoothing anti-frizz shampoo. We're only gonna do a quarter size amount of product because that's all you need. And we're gonna go ahead and detangle this into her hair too. As you can see, it's like kind of matted. So we're gonna get rid of the mat. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my brushy brush. Comment down below what's your favorite princess. So you could see the night and day difference. And we haven't even conditioned, you guys. So look how smooth this side is compared to how matted. Like you can see the mats in it. So we're gonna go ahead and finish detangling. Where'd you go? Oh, you know how I've been living without you. Daydreaming on a cloud with you like a horizon. With you tonight is on an island. It's about time I'm waking up. Found you wasn't with me waking up. Now you for said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed to. Deep conditioner, we're using the anti-frizz deep intensive smoothing deep conditioner. Focus that on mid shaft down to the ends. All I use is a quarter size amount of product. Now we're just gonna go ahead and brush that through. And so why this line is super good for a texture like hers, because that deep intensive, like the smoothing treatment is gonna get into her hair cuticle, and it's really gonna help tame and smooth down that frizz, and it's gonna make it easier for baby and mom to get through the hair. And so being that this is anti-aging, you're gonna notice that it's gonna make the texture more manageable to handle with time. So we're gonna use the Damage Bond Fortifying Leave-In Cream for Miss Anna, because this is really going to smooth down that hair cuticle and just add that softness back into her texture. And she is a cheerleader, as you guys can tell. And now we're just going to brush this in. And you can just look at how smooth that texture is looking.
Cheerleaders have lots and lots of energy.
And you can see she has a whole bunch of breakage in there. So right now we're just prepping and priming her hair. And so for a texture like hers, we're gonna definitely break her hair into sections and work section by section. And we are going to use a styling brush to style. So there is a difference between a detangling brush, like a wet brush, and a styling brush. So I'm using the I Create Volume Styling Brush by Bounce Curl. Holy grail, love this brush. Bounce Curl, you did your thing with these brushes. So
Shout out.
we're gonna part her hair in the way that we're gonna style it. Miss Anna likes a middle part, but we're gonna switch it up and we're gonna do a side part on her today. The way you want the hair to lay is the way we're gonna part it. So we're gonna go in with the Monat Curl Perfect and Curl Defining Cream. I'm just gonna take a pea-sized amount. We broke her hair and split her hair into sections. So I'm gonna go ahead and rake this all over this big bottom section of hair down here. And then I'm gonna go in with the Alexa Lower Volume by 1. And then we're gonna go in with the Curl Perfection Hydrate and Hold Gelée. Love this gel. I think I mentioned it in the last video. It has chia seeds in it, aloe vera. So it's very hydrating for the hair. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and spray that section with some water to make sure that her hair is absorbing that product properly. Now we're just gonna break that section and we're gonna go ahead and brush style. So I'm just gonna break that section, and with this brush, it makes it easier for you. So all you're gonna do is brush down, pull out, let those curls fall, and scrunch. And then if you want a finger coil, what you can do is take some curls and just take the curl and just coil it. So you take that coil or that curl and you just wrap it around your finger. Twist. You know when you're bored in school and you would just twist your hair for fun? That's what you can do with those curls. So until we train her curls to bounce back up and kind of do what we want it to do, finger coiling is really going to be essential in helping that curl pattern come back to life on its own. And we're gonna do the same thing up here. Break that bigger section into a smaller one. Brush, and then so this brush has 2 different bristles, so it's gonna help smooth the hair at the same time. And so we're just gonna do the same thing throughout her whole head. And you can see this section it does curl up itself, but it kind of stays stagnant. So we're just gonna take those pieces that brush created for us. Now we're just gonna take those curls and finger coil. So for this section, so this is something you find at Target. I actually really love it for texture. It's a texture foam, and what it does, it helps to smooth down that texture. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying it at this area, to this area of her head, because this is her most textured area, is the crown. So you can see like how it really just helps to smooth down that frizz even further. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and we are gonna be diffusing. So when we diffuse, the diffuser is gonna help melt that product into her hair more. And I will show you how to break up that cast. And we want the curls to be nice and casted so that it could last longer throughout the week. So I like to, in the beginning, you saw how I like to put the product in all over the hair so that there's already product in the hair and you could just worry about actually styling it after. Some textures require more effort, especially like if you're in the beginning stages of, you know, styling your texture. You have, the most important thing is to remember to give yourself time. It does require a lot of patience. Our hair, you know how we're always like, oh, my hair has a mind of its own. Our hair does. You know, our hair has a membrane, it has a memory. So the more you style it in the way it's meant to be styled, with time, it'll pick up on that curl memory again. So we're gonna do the same thing on this top section. I'm gonna do a little bit of the curl cream a little bit of the gelée, and they cocktail so well together, so you could actually mix them in your hand together. So that's what we're gonna do. And just a pea-sized amount of each thing. And we're just gonna cocktail them together. Spray a little bit of water. So make sure that her hair really absorbs that product well. And then, so the purpose of the leave-in cream is to help with moisture retention. The gelée is to help hold, and the foam is there to help smoothen and soften the texture. So each product does hold a purpose. And the more she starts styling her hair in the way that it's meant to be styled, the more that curl pattern is gonna come back on its own, and the less product she's gonna have to use in the future. You know, but she is a very, very busy girl with lots of plans and things to do, right? So we need it to last for a few days, huh? So once you have those styling products locked in, go ahead and break up those sections, finger coil, and you always want to make sure you hear that nice scrunch. If you don't hear that nice scrunch, it's because there's not enough water in the hair. And again, the way you want your hair to lay when it's dry is the way you're going to style it when it's wet. But yes, Mom, the foam is going to help a ton. Her hair loves the foam. The foam is really amazing to help soften and smooth out that texture. So the reason why I like to do wet cuts is because, like, when you wet the hair and it's rehydrated, the curls always tend to shrink up so differently. So I did do a wet cut on Lily because she really didn't want to lose her length. And this was her first actual like curly cut experience, and like I knew her hair was gonna shrink up a ton. So to see the curls pattern and texture, sometimes it's best just to wet it and rehydrate it so that you can see what the texture is gonna do when you style it. We're just gonna give her a nice little fluff at the roots there. So I'm gonna use a little bit more, maybe 4 drops for Miss Anna's hair. I use this on every body. It's amazing for your scalp treatment. It's a catch straight, baby. It's amazing for your scalp. It's amazing for breaking the cast in the hair, and it's also amazing for your skin. Look like Shirley Temple. All right, I'll let you know when, okay? Okay, whenever you're ready.
Where's this piece at? Yes, that. I'll keep it.
You'll keep?
Yeah, just for you.
You'll keep it just for me?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, we're gonna break apart. She has so many thick ringlets, so we're gonna go ahead and when you get those curl clumps like that, what you do is a little bit more Rejuvenate oil, and we're gonna go in and we're just gonna break some of these curl pieces apart. Look at all her different curl patterns. So this is like a 3B, over here is like a 3A. So, and then around her face, look at these little curls right here. Her little baby hairs are the curliest. So what I love about the products that I use is they work for more than one texture. It's something that Miss Anna and Miss Lily from last week will both benefit from. So Mom doesn't have to hunt around buying 5 different products for each baby, each kid, you know? So Lily can also use the curl gel, curl cream, and so can Miss Anna. The only difference is we're adding a mousse to Miss Anna's routine, and that's absolutely it. That's it for today's styling. Comment below if you guys have any questions, and
don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and share this video.
And don't forget to click that bell up above so you can get notified every time we post a video.
If your hair goes wrong, then he's gonna call good doctor.